us anymore. find ways to stop world. I'm just saying how you like it. What do you mean how I love it, nigga? What are you talking about? It's a classic.
You're just like me, just like a dream, just like a dream, just like a dream.
Mark my words.
Sydney Sweeney has Virgins.
Let the real you shine. Para continuar en español, por favor presione el 1. Pour continuer en français, appuyez
The balls
sur
to
deux.
have this in so many languages.
Hi, thanks for calling American Eagle. This is Jess. How can I help today?
Hi, first I just want to let you know I record all calls that record me, so I am also recording. I am a marketing student and was wondering if I could speak to someone who could maybe give me some insight as to what estimated return on investment there has to be willing to use white supremacy and eugenics as your marketing campaign.
On a marketing campaign?
Yes, I recently saw American Eagle's eugenics marketing campaign where they used that white blonde girl and talked about how good her genes were in a time where racism is rampant in the US and we're imprisoning non-white people in camps. So I'm wondering like how much return on investment American Eagle thinks they're going to get that made them willing to sell out our country to white supremacists.
Mm-hmm. I see. Thank you for taking time to share your feedback. If you would like to leave a feedback based on our campaign or the promotion today, you can visit our AE or please visit our feedback button on AE.com
Okay.
to provide your feedback directly to our team.
Okay, so there's no way to, as a student, I can't learn about when eugenics makes sense in marketing. No one on the marketing team can talk to me about that.
Since we are focusing on online purchases, we are not able to.
Okay, is there a way I can call like the business headquarters or something?
You're breaking up. Sorry.
I said, is there a way I can call, like, is there like a business HQ line that I can call to maybe speak with the marketing team and ask them how they got so wise in their ways?
If you're asking our corporate team,
Yes.
I can give you the number so that you can contact them directly as well.
Fantastic. 672. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Is there anything else that I can possibly assist?
That's it. Stay safe. You're working for a company that sounds like they might sell you out if you're stateside.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. Okay, thank you so much again.
You know what's so ironic about that? She's probably calling from a country, like she's working in a call center in a country that actually has real slavery. But Trump's gonna get you though. You worry about Trump. And let me show you something, Carmen. Shout out to everybody. Let's kick this off properly. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And do take a moment to join the church. Memberships are open. We have exclusive content. We have a couple of different levels of membership. So shout out to all the church members out there right now. And let's talk about the Sydney Sweeney thing real quick. We're going to lead into the Dunkin Donuts thing with Sydney Sweeney, but picking up where we left off, because this thing just won't die. Carmen, you asked me if she backed down earlier. Let me share with what I believe is a statement from American Eagle, to whom it may concern. We sincerely apologize for featuring Sydney Sweeney in our recent advertisement. In hindsight, we underestimated that the combined impact of her blue eyes, blonde hair, and general hotness. Also, we did not realize how big her boobs would be. Our marketing team has been sent to denim sensitivity training. Thank you for your feedback. Please stop emailing us. So that appears to be a statement from American Eagle. Never back down. Don't give in. Even if you're wrong, just let it pass over and clean it up later. Don't give in to the mob. The mob has no morals. The mob has no rules.
I was just told I'm jealous of Sydney Sweeney. I'm jealous of Sydney Sweeney. Someone said that in the comment section because I don't agree with the ad.
My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
See, you're not a bad looking little, light skinned, kind of got a redhead thing going for you. Black gingers are a special small breed. It's like 1% of 3%, All you had to do is keep your mouth shut. Now you just look like a crazy ginger.
Jeans are a mess down. I was just told I'm
Court Chungus black ginger. Jesus Christ. Do you see what the power of this one white woman just breaking? She's even breaking cute chicks, man. I mean, because it doesn't really matter if you're actually cute or not, because women live in their own minds and God knows what's going on in her mind. But the women, God bless them. They be struggling. They be going through things. Women go through things that a man could never possibly fathom because it's not real.
When a white, blue-eyed woman says, "Munchin' for blow," that does not just happen in a vacuum. Let's talk about why this ad doesn't just feel off. It feels familiar, like historically familiar. In 1930s Germany, as we all know, white women with blonde hair and blue eyes were held up as this ideal. Not just beautiful, but genetically superior. The schmatzy regime ran entire campaigns promoting the hereditary fitness of the Aryan women. It's all ridiculous, obviously. There were posters praising blue eyes, propaganda about strong bloodlines. And I won't even get into how they tried to encourage the right women to have babies through cash and medals. Sound familiar? Today, we have a global rise in white nationalist movements, especially in the US. There's literally a town being built in Arkansas for white-only residents. And online, there's been a resurgence in pseudoscience linking to good genes in relations to health, intelligence, beauty. We can look at the autism and disability space. We can look at the new executive order claiming to end crime and disorder on the streets that has really problematic language about people who might be disruptors. But it's not always really obvious executive orders and RFK grinding his voice into your ears. But that's also how it works. It's like a wink, it's a nudge, it's a dog whistle. So when brands casually, on purpose, joke about good genes, all while the right is literally building white-only towns and reviving eugenicist ideology, this isn't just being...
Not only is the right rebuilding white-only towns and reviving eugenicist ideology, they're forcing your kids to work out in school again. Carmen, you're absolutely right. I was going to talk about that a little bit too tonight. Trump has signed an executive order that your kids can't be fat in public school. Yeah, he signed the no fatties executive order today. And so we're bringing back bullying, we're pushing fat kids in the lockers again. Fat camp / summer camp, it's happening. It's all coming back. All I'm saying is somebody had to
do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Tone deaf, it's complicity. Eugenics has never ever disappeared. It's just been rebranded. It's hiding in how we talk about things like autism, beauty, intelligence, reproduction. It shows up in medicine and is even currently inhibiting really, really crucial cancer research. And yes, it shows up in denim ads. Sydney has great genes is not just a pun, because if the internet is going mad that your campaign could plausibly double as a schmaltzy propaganda ad in the 1930s, maybe you need to rethink that, or maybe that was the point, especially when you have a bunch of white nationalists on social media applauding the ad for giving them permission to be white. Just because it doesn't look exactly like 1930s propaganda doesn't mean it's not propaganda. It just means the marketing is modernized.
Yeah, I get you. You know, history never repeats. It just rhymes occasionally. I get you. I understand you perfectly. We were talking a lot about Black women pathology and psychology yesterday with this whole issue. And this lady made a video right before the whole Sydney Sweeney thing really popped off. She made a video about replacing the white European beauty standard.
Thank you, American Eagle, for proving my point so eloquently. Remember when I said this? White women are no longer the beauty standard. If we're going to dismantle white supremacy, we got to start there. And what did they do?
Now, the irony of it is that it seems like she's attempting to reach out and claim some of the white European beauty as she wants to dethrone white European beauty standards. Like, those are Shirley Temple curls, right?
Not even a week later.
Sydney Sweeney has her genes.
There was too much unity between the women. We have drifted way too far off the deep end with this decenter.
How is there too much unity between the women where you're literally trying to dethrone white women? I'm confused.
There was too much unity between the women. We have drifted way too far off the deep end with this decenter men thing, with this, I don't want to.
Oh, she's saying there was too much unity, and that's why they threw a bad white woman on a commercial so that y'all could all start fighting each other again. Okay, I respect
babies thing with this, I don't want to get married thing. So what do they have to do? What does America do best? Create hierarchy. And who do we use? The white women, right? gotta put the white woman back on top somehow. How do we do that? Well, just tell them they're prettier than everybody else. And that's why I said this. Give me 3 reasons why white women are the beauty standard. Because being a brunette don't fucking cut it no more.
Often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
What about a blue-eyed blonde? How you feel about that? A brunette? All right, fine. Scratch the brunettes. Got a raw blonde for you. How about that?
I'm coming from a modeling and fashion background. Now, as a model, it's up to us to tell you, the consumer, what you think is pretty, how you feel about yourself, what you like about yourself. We show you how to feel. We give you the self-esteem. They determine who you aspire to be. And they use us, models, to tell the story. And he who controls the language controls the people. So I just encourage you that when we're going into this next era, the powers that be, when Trump and all of them are really, really trying to crack down on us, and we're starting to see a lot more white, Aryan, superior race propaganda, that we all do what we've done with this trash-ass American Eagle ad. Talk shit about it and eliminate it and keep moving forward together.
Much butthurt in you, I sense. Much butthurt. And we talked about the Jaguar guys the other day. That was the CEO. That was his crew. They're all gone. It's the end of an era. You know, I've been tracking this on this channel for years now, this kind of a reclaiming of the white identity, this regrowth, resurgence rather, of white people defending their own and asserting themselves. And honestly, I don't even know if white America really truly identified in a sense of broad whiteness the way like black people have always been. Like, we trying to stretch this black shit around the world, right? White America, white people in generally, they don't really operate like that with a sense of blanket whiteness. That means we're all protected under some kind of group clause or whatever. And I think that would only ever come up in the face of all of the other non-white people around the world encroaching severely on them, which is kind of the state of affairs now. So this is why you have things like that town in Arkansas that's, you know, returned to the land or whatever, where they want to just sort of fall back and regroup and gather up their forces a little bit, because things are getting it's kind of hard to not notice something's up right now.
You think it's fine for black people to make their own communities?
Yeah.
Would it be fine for white people to do the same and not let in any other race in their community?
No, maybe not. Nah, it's a bit, I don't know. We're all one race.
We're all one race?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be fine?
Nah, probably not. Take back what I said.
Why not though?
I don't know, we're all human.
Is it not okay to want to maybe live around people that look like you, share more similar values than you? Is that a crime?
No, not really.
Should that be legal if somebody wanted to do that?
No.
No?
I don't know. Nah, my brain's not on right now. I can't lie.
Well, where are you from?
Australia.
Yeah, I mean, Australia is getting kind of cooked with immigration over there, right?
It is.
Now notice how easily the shirtless guy here, when you ask him, well, should black people build a black neighborhood for black people? He's like, yeah, absolutely. And then if you ask him, well, should white people build a white neighborhood for white people? He was like, whoa, I don't know. Something about that doesn't feel right. Notice how easily he can hold this hypocrisy in his mind. And it doesn't really feel wrong until somebody drags it out and confronts him with it.
You think it's fine for black people to make their own communities?
Yeah.
Would it be fine for white people to do the same and not let in any other race in their community?
No, maybe not. Nah, it's a bit, I don't know. We're all one race.
We're all one race?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be fine?
Nah, probably not. Take back what I said.
Why not though?
I don't know, we're all human.
Is it not okay to want to maybe live around people that look like you, share more similar values than you? Is that a crime?
No, not really.
Should that be legal if somebody wanted to do that?
No.
No?
I don't know. Nah, my brain's not on right now. I can't lie.
Well, where are you from?
Australia.
Yeah, I mean, Australia is getting kind of cooked with immigration over there, right?
It is.
Why is it that only white countries need to let in all different kinds of people. But then the brown countries, Asian countries, they don't need to accept white people. Isn't that a little hypocritical?
It is, but I don't know. Immigration in Australia is pretty bad. It's like 20%. But I don't know, it doesn't really affect me. I just live my life.
If more third worlders come in a first world nation, is that going to turn it more into a third world?
Eventually.
I mean, maybe it's not a problem for you right now, but what about your grandkids, even your children?
Yeah, maybe in like 5 generations it'll be a different story.
Don't we have to cut it off now before it gets too bad?
Sort of, but like also at the end of the day, like, I don't know, white people go to like, I don't know, Asia or whatever, they still live there.
Yeah, but not at the rates that, whatever, Muslims, Indians, blacks are coming to Europe or the US.
I don't know, maybe this needs to be like more, I don't know the word, but more rules.
Group of white supremacists.
Closer to home, one Atlanta-based group has
Founded a 160-acre settlement in the Ozark Hills for white people only.
working to build a new town here in central Georgia that is meant to be a safe haven for African Americans.
Called Return to the Land. It was set up in 2023 by 2 men named Eric Orwell and Peter Cesare, and it explicitly bans Jewish people, LGBTQ individuals, and anyone who isn't a white Christian of European descent.
We had made up in our mind that we were going to bring this opportunity to our friends, to our family, to the people that we knew were like-minded and wanted to create generational wealth.
And the Freedom Georgia Initiative was born.
Right now, about 40 people live there full-time, but hundreds more around the world have already paid for membership. And once accepted, members can buy land, but instead of traditional deeds, they're sold LLC shares tied to private plots. The group claims that this loophole lets them bypass civil rights housing laws.
The idea was to create an LLC that would allow us to purchase the land, be able to do businesses on the land, and capitalize on whatever might be coming to Toomsboro.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture effectively was saying, this is a white culture, a whites only place.
White American culture.
It really was when we saw what happened with Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and the protests.
We both have Black husbands, we both have Black sons, and I was starting to get overwhelmed and have a sense of anxiety when my husband would leave the house to go to work.
So watching our people protesting in the streets, while it is important, and I want people to stay out in the streets, bringing attention to the injustices of Black people, we needed to create a space and a place where we could be a village again, a tribe again.
Well, many white Americans do value their European heritage, and we don't think there's anything wrong with that. Many also are afraid that our identity is under threat from mass immigration, low fertility rates, just cultural changes. And we're not just a racial association. We also value traditional European culture, architecture, music, art. And so we want to create a space where that can be celebrated.
So Renee and Ashley reached out to family and friends, and together they bought what they intend to name Freedom Georgia, a new Black city.
We don't intend for it to be exclusively Black, but we do intend for it to be pro-Black in every way.
So when we say white only, for example, what if a Jewish person, what if I come in and say, I'd like to join this community?
Well, you're welcome to apply. Admissions decisions are made on a case-by-case basis, and we're not purists about this. So if someone has some non-white ancestry, there's a chance they could be accepted.
The owners hosted the Big Black Campout over Labor Day weekend. Supporters drove in from across the country. The plan is to introduce farming next, create a lake for sustainable fishing, facilities for recreation, and eventually develop a fully operational, expanded city.
It's very unlikely that they will be able to get away with this in modern America, precisely because this runs afoul of anti-discrimination laws, federal anti-discrimination laws, and potentially state ones as well. Now, you can have a private organization that does discriminate. As unsavory as and disgusting as that may be, in America, you can associate with people whom you choose. But when you're holding yourself out to the public, when you're opening yourself up for a membership, and especially when you are constructing or selling housing, then you have to comply by anti-discrimination laws. And that means that you can't limit who you sell to, even if they're trying to structure this in a clever manner.
Jessica Gordon-Amard is an economist and an expert on Black collectives.
I've found tremendous benefits to individuals, families, and the communities that are involved in it, including, the economic stability and prosperity, but also leadership development, social capital development, other kinds of human capital development. And so it's really a win-win for everybody involved to be involved.
My God, I was hoping to have a slow day today. So apparently the Anglo-Saxons never existed. Is this now becoming ethnic cleansing? Yes, according to Cambridge University, one of Britain's oldest academic institutions, the term Anglo-Saxon is now considered too nationalist, and they're teaching students that these people weren't even a distinct ethnic group. My God, I'm just waiting for all the lefties to start burning all the history books. It's insane. Just let that sink in. I literally live from an Anglo-Saxon village preserved in history. The Department of Anglo-Saxon, Norse and Celtic, yes, it still carries the name, now says it's working to make its teaching more anti-racist by dismantling the basis of nationalist myths. That means telling students that there was never really a coherent British, English, Scottish, Welsh or Irish identity with ancient roots. Why? Because they claim the idea of a historic English identity can be racially misused, particularly in the US, to suggest some sort of pure native English heritage. Now, obviously, no ethnic group is completely homogenous. History is messy, tribes merged, borders shifted, invasions happened. But to claim the Anglo-Saxons never existed, that's a bit like saying the Romans were just a rebrand of Etruscans and Gauls. It's not serious history, it's ideology. The Anglo-Saxons were real. Angles, Saxons, and Jutes came here after the Romans left. They built kingdoms, gave us the roots of English law and the Old English language. Beowulf didn't write itself. Even back in the 8th century, outsiders referred to people here as Anglo-Saxons. It's a historical term. But now, because a handful of academics thinks it's become politicized, they're trying to erase it from teaching altogether. And look, if someone misuses a term, you challenge the misuse. You don't rewrite a nation's history just to satisfy modern anxieties. The worrying part is this. If we keep deleting parts of our past because someone somewhere might misuse it, how much of our history will we even recognize in 10 years' time? Sod it, I'm playing them at their own game. My pronouns now on everything I fill out are going to be Anglo and Saxon, and you'd better address me in the correct term.
And slowly, for no reason at all, the Saxon began to hate.
I'm going to call on all federal agencies to review the funding that we provide Cincinnati. And I'm giving the leaders of Cincinnati 1 month to come up with a plan for them to protect civil rights for their citizens. And if they don't do it, Lawrence, I'm going to ask these agencies to suspend all federal funding, because we're not going to put up with this. They're down 200 police officers. The police chief blames social media. The city council person blamed the victim. The mayor went to a misfit mayor's conference and then took a vacation to Canada. Hasn't been back in town since then. This is a total travesty. I'm not going to put up with it. Ohio deserves better. Cincinnati certainly does too. I'm going to call.
Now, if you haven't heard, I think they were actually some Russians. I don't know if they were some immigrants or tourists or whatever, but a group of white folk got into a big scuffle in Cincinnati. and I haven't really covered it. It wasn't really all that interesting to me, but a lot of people have covered it. And the thing is, apparently it looks like the one white guy might have, threw a punch or something first. I'm not even sure. I can't be totally positive of how it started, but it is alleged that this white guy threw a punch and then all hell broke loose, and then they kind of went savage on the whole crowd and kicking women in the face, and it was just doing a lot. It was doing a lot. So it's one of those things where, like, even if the white guy kind of started it, it doesn't stop you from looking so bad, right? You guys look kind of crazy right now. And so 3 black people got arrested, like 1 woman and 2 dudes, I think, got arrested for it and all. It was a whole big mess. And so you got now this congressman saying, like, I need you guys to figure out what's going on here. We might bring some hate crime charges or whatever. You're going to have to investigate this a little bit further, or we're going to cut off the money. Which is to say that it appears they're getting a bit tougher on some of these, like, egregious crimes here. Like, there's been a lot of incidents lately where just white folk getting beat up in public by black people, crowds of black people or whatever, and it never really gets treated as a pure racial incident. But if it were the other way around, you know how obviously it would be treated as some kind of racial incident. And it's just one of those things where, like, people are just kind of, you can't help but to notice there's something in the air lately.
And my question for y'all is, why aren't we blowing shit up how they used to blow our shit up, blow up our communities? Why aren't we flooding shit how they used to flood our fucking community? Huh? Why aren't we out here making their life harder, just like they trying to be out here making our lives harder? And I don't want to hear none of that, oh, we're not built like that, we just don't have it in our hearts. Fuck that. They don't care about us, and they never cared about us. And y'all trying to sit over here on some peace and love shit. Fuck that. Peace and love, peace and love. Where the fuck has that gotten us, bro? 400 plus years and y'all niggas ain't tired yet? Y'all niggas ain't angry yet? I'm pissed. I'm mad. These niggas been had it out for us for decades, ages, bro. 400 plus years. And ain't shit changed. I don't give a fuck if they let us fucking slap on a fucking badge and work for these motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. The shit is still the same. And this whole Joey Swole situation should really open y'all motherfucking eyes. And it really shouldn't have, because y'all eyes should have been open. But a lot of y'all still sleep. I am so tired. I'm just tired and I'm angry. They've been destroyed. We've been building ourselves up, building.
No, notice too, like, it's a lot of the lesbianas, like the really boyish, angry lesbianas. They kind of have this weird, like, revolutionary, I want to burn it all down type of vibe. Like, it's almost like you just hate life. You just kind of hate life. You got that anti-life equation in you. That's all. That's all that is. You struggling from the anti-life equation.
Ourselves up, and they just been tearing us down. The shit is so frustrating. And it's so frustrating because I'm around a group of motherfuckers, and I'm around a fucking generation who don't take shit seriously and who just don't fucking give a fuck no more, bro. Niggas don't give a fuck, and they fucking. Ugh.
I'm telling you, it's that lesbiana anti-life equation. It's just, be leading to all kind of instabilities, man. And now on top of that, we got a new player in the game. Shout out to Dunkin Donuts, man. I don't even really buy coffee all that much lately because I just be getting free coffee at work. But we got a new player in the game, man. Shout out to Dunkin Donuts getting in on the coffee genetics. Because you gotta have the right beans. And Dunkin Donuts coffee, I guess they got good beans, you know what I mean? And so they on their good beans campaign right now. American Eagle, they make good jeans. Dunkin Donuts, they grind up the good beans. They getting it in right now. They are joining the wave, and like following right in the heels of the whole Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad campaign. It feels like a very well coordinated move. Like, is there some kind of campaign coordination happening here? Maybe the same marketing team is being hired. I don't know, but there's definitely a new wave, because it's not just the Dunkin Donuts thing either. There's a couple other things we're going to get to in a second, but there's definitely a different wave. There's a shift in the air with the type and the tone of advertising right now. And maybe it's really a temporary blip on the radar. Maybe all the girls will be fat and retarded next month. But right now, it's straight up white boy summer energy. It is hardcore, corporatized white boy summer energy. They gave the white boys Sydney Sweeney with her beautiful things, and God bless her two beautiful things. They are amazing. But they gave something to the girls. Now they gave the girls a boy toy. He Italian and everything.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer, literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink a Dunkin' Golden Hour refresher, it's like the sun just finds me. So if sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer, guilty as charged. The Golden Hour refresher, only at Dunkin'. Look,
and not only are they giving the women a young, attractive American, well, you know, he's American, but he's an Italian. They're giving the girls a boy toy and a summer drink, you know, something to cool off in case you get hot looking at this little nigga. And so it is another marketing move, but here's another level to it, right? Because it's levels to this shit, and you gotta understand, you gotta read the levels. You gotta read between the lines. It's levels and it's layers. It's pages. It's schemes with inside prisms, with inside traps, with inside orchestrated movements. The whole thing is like a Rube Goldberg machine. There's a lot going on here. Because not only is he a boy toy for the girls, him a Christian.
Being there yourself, when you were filming those scenes, did that take on just like an additional layer of gravitas, knowing you're like, okay, I've been through this personally, I know what goes into this?
Well, I didn't have my wedding at that point, so but
he got big blue eyes, a Roman haircut, and he loved him some Jesus. Oh shit. It's over. It's so over for the fat blue-haired people. It is done. It is done. He loved him some Jesus. Oh man, now the girls gonna love them some Jesus too. That's how you get it. That's how you get the girls to love Jesus. You get you a cute boy with blue eyes and curly hair and be like, I love me some Lord. And they're going to be like, I love me some Lord too.
Being there yourself, when you were filming those scenes, did that take on just like an additional layer of gravitas, knowing you're like, okay, I've been through this personally, I know what goes into this?
Well, I didn't have my wedding at that point, so but I was definitely in the planning stage, and it was
and he's married. He young, he married, so he bringing the wave back. Next thing you know, little goofy white girls might decide they just want to get married and have a baby. I don't even want to do all this boss babe stuff. Y'all look crazy. I just want to marry a cute boy and have his babies. You never know. You never know. Marketing.
It was cool. It's kind of like art imitates life a little bit, and obviously a lot of different circumstances and scenarios, but yeah, it was cool it was really special. It was cool. Also to have like Amazon's budget to do a wedding and have it, that's pretty nice. That would have been nice. Yeah, it was fun.
What does Cheyenne think of the show? Is she locked in every
haven't
episode?
watched it.
She hasn't watched it?
No, she hasn't watched any of the things I do. I think that was something that I wanted to keep my work life and my personal life separate, and I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Was that something you two decided together from the beginning?
Yeah.
No, he's an Italian. I forgot his name. It's something Castellegna or something like that. Joe Castellegna. He's an Italian. He's a paisan. But literally shaking. Let me say something else, because I don't want to veer off too far into the conspiracy weeds here. White folk, watch out for the head fake. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. They're gonna send the pretty faced white boys off to die in a foreign war. It's happening. It's gearing up. This is all a propaganda campaign to get you guys juiced up Just when white boys come back in style again, boom, World War III.
She didn't even know she didn't see my Instagram until like a year into our relationship. Yeah, she had no idea.
Being married yourself, when you were filming those scenes, did that take on just like
But yeah, that is the new Dunkin Donuts kid. And let's give a shout out to the Dunkin Donuts kid, because you know it's just can't help
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
So it looks like Dunkin Donuts might be working with the same advertisers as American Eagle. You guys are not going to believe this ad that I was just tagged in.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. Miss Tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink a Dunkin' Golden Hour Refresher, something just finds me.
So it's great genes, it's genetics, it's blonde hair, it's blue eyes. And as I think of all this, all I can continue to marinate on is the fact that Lulu and her 3 kids are still homeless. Still homeless.
You know what's crazy about this? I've noticed like a high concentration of septum rings in the clapback videos, whether it's Sydney Sweeney or now this Dunkin Donuts guy. A lot of septum rings here, man. It's like it's some kind of magnetic force gathering all the septum rings into one cause, man. This is a weird thing.
And we have been raising money for them for months, and we still haven't hit their goals. Lulu lost one of her babies to cancer, and they have been homeless ever since after depleting all their funds caring for this child and inevitably burying this child. I know that it is so tempting to give all your energy to these trending topics.
Yo, what that got to do with the coffee nigga though? Hold on. Let's start from the beginning, because you was mad at coffee, and now we talking about your homeless homegirl.
So it looks like Dunkin Donuts.
And you could sell that septum ring, by the way. I mean, it looks like a nice piece of jewelry. I'm sure she could benefit from whatever value that nose ring could bring. But I don't see you pawning your jewelry to help your homeless homegirl.
Donuts might be working with the same advertisers as American Eagle. You guys are not going to believe this ad that I was just tagged in.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. Miss Tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink a Dunkin' Golden Hour Refresher, something just finds me.
So it's great genes, it's genetics, it's blonde hair, it's blue eyes. And as I think of all this, all I can continue to marinate on is the fact that Lulu and her 3 kids are still homeless. Still homeless. And we have been raising money for them for months, and we still haven't hit their goals. Lulu lost one of her babies to cancer, and they have been homeless ever since after depleting all their funds caring for this child and inevitably burying this child. I know that it is so tempting to give all your energy to these trending topics, and they're important. It's important to talk about eugenics and how harmful it is and the rise of white supremacy in our media, but it is not enough to just talk. If you have even $1, I am begging you to donate it. Please go to the second link in my bio, and please know that some payments have been getting rejected.
You know, cause homegirl baby passed away. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna let that one. I'm gonna let that one move on. Rest in peace to your baby. Shit rough out here. Karmic Binding with the 5 ball. He says, "We are sun gods." Yeah. The white man is back. I don't know if you guys noticed, man. Shout out to the White Kings, bro. White Kings are up right now.
Wait, what? Great. Now, what's our motto? We was kings. We was kings.
All the White Kings, stand up, man. Put a 1 in the chat. Shout out to the White Kings. Y'all having a great run right now. Y'all having a really solid run right now. And you know me, I don't hate. I respect the game, and I'm just noticing y'all having a good run.
Dunkin just dropped a new ad, and it's got people asking, "What are you doing?" Some guy in an open shirt strolls up poolside and says, "I didn't want to be the king of summer. It just happened." And then this tan, it's genetics. And then finally, color analysis says golden summer. that sound familiar? Because it should. It's the same energy as that Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad, the one that got torched for pushing a whitewashed exclusive version of summer. But here's the weird part. Dunkin' isn't some right-wing company. Their political donation.
You look like your wife has a boyfriend. I bet you your wife has a friend named Jermaine.
Are almost evenly split, about half Democrat and half Republican. They're not a MAGA brand. So why are they mimicking that aesthetic? Who told them that this was the move? No one asked for a side of genetic exceptionalism with their lemonade.
Karmic bonding with the 5-ball. He says, sometimes when I give to charity, a thought crosses my mind that this mother might give up on their child because of their circumstances. You know, that's why I hesitated. I hesitated to even comment further because you were talking about some woman and her, you know, it was a rough situation. So without even knowing all the details, I said, you know what? I'm just going to let this one go. Because it'd be rough. It'd be rough. It'd be rough. Now, donating to charity is sketchy, man. Donating to charity is sketchy, bro, because it's like, I don't even know how much charities really be doing anything for people. But that's me. I'm a suspicious, criminal-minded. I smell criminals everywhere I go because I know y'all crooks too. I just had a better run at it.
This isn't edgy branding. It's confused branding. The drink has 0% real juice and the ad has 0% awareness. Search Dunkin Donuts and watch the video for yourself. It's all right there. And let me know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, because this one's off.
Yeah, I just watched the Dunkin Donuts ad, and it's problematic for so many reasons. First of all, it's certainly disappointing to see genetics brought up in a similar way as the Sydney Sweeney ad. It just goes to show that there's never an innovative or original idea in Hollywood. I always think about growing up, like all of the movies that came out at the same time, like Ants and Bug's Life or Armageddon and Deep Impact. And I'm sure there are much more modern examples that I could come up with if I want.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to Mr. Beast, right? He did dig those wells in Africa. But you understand the difference with Mr. Beast versus like a regular person calling up and donating to some random charity organization, you know, Save the Rainforest or whatever. Mr. Beast built his wealth legitimately. He was already an online megastar and multi-millionaire streamer or whatever, right? And then he took that money and then he wanted to be charitable himself directly. That's not the same as donating to an organization that spends most of its money on budget and financial shenanigans and all that. You know, you give them $1 and 1.5 cents actually goes to the poor. Like it's that kind of thing that I'm really talking about. But yeah, shout out to Mr. Beast. It's not his fault that Africans can't keep a well running.
Yeah, I just watched the Dunkin Donuts ad, and it's problematic for so many reasons. First of all, it's certainly disappointing to see genetics brought up in a similar way as the Sydney Sweeney ad. It just goes to show that there's never an innovative or original idea in Hollywood. I always think about growing up, like all of the movies that came out at the same time, like Ants and Bug's Life or Armageddon and Deep Impact. And I'm sure there are much more modern examples that I could come up with if I wanted to. But again, going back to the marketing exec of the Sydney Sweeney ad, thinking that they were being so innovative and pushing it, you know, when they say that art imitates life, clearly these through lines and discussions and philosophies are percolating under the surface because of what is happening culturally, not even under the surface. What's happening right in front of our face is informing creative that people think is reasonable. But before I loop back to the genetic end, I actually want to talk about this idea of being crowned king. In this climate, to put forth an ad about being crowned king weeks after the No Kings protests.
White boys not allowed to be king. It's so weird how life is like just edging against the mythological. Like white boys are being shied away from being king. No kings. Ew, that's wrong. It's like they don't want you to pull the sword from the stone. Like there's a whole white mythology about how we need a king. There is this sword right there. It's trapped in this stone. And the stone is like symbolic in and of itself. So like it represents like stagnancy and falling prey to some foreign thing or whatever. And what they want you to do is to not think about pulling the sword from the stone, you know? And the way it works is like a lot of white boys will try to pull the sword out and most of you will fail. But that's all right because you only need one guy to pull the sword. And it really is kind of touching on the weirdly mythological, the No King's protest. I'm king of summer. I'm the king of summer now. What, bitch? How about that? No King's protest. I'm the king of summer. Now what?
I actually want to talk about this idea of being crowned king. In this climate, to put forth an ad about being crowned king weeks after the No King's protests, I don't understand it from a perspective of like, unless you're an actual monarchy or Burger King, why are you crowning anyone king in America right now? But yeah, this tune, genetics.
The Burger King walked so you could fly. I just want you all, I want you all to remember that. You see how it's all connected? I feel like I need to get a whiteboard and start just connecting stuff with strings and little thumbtacks, man. The Burger King walks so you guys can fly. Do you understand what we're up against here? These are like mythological forces edging you on to glory right now. There's something really strange happening. I don't know what's going on.
Perspective of like, unless you're an actual monarchy or Burger King, why are you crowning anyone king in America right now? But yeah, this tune, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Gross. You know, the ad industry needs to do better. These are two big brands with big budgets who went out to do full production shoots with celebrities. And these were the ideas that they decided were the best idea. The idea that they wanted to shoot and the campaigns that they wanted to push out. And there's a massive error in judgment there. Actually, I do have a solution. This was unplanned, but this is responsible marketing. My friend Lila Backery wrote it. Actually happened to be quoted in it.
I feel like I should just go buy some Burger King coffee tomorrow morning, just because. I never know. You sip this shit, you might feel like a king or something. I don't know.
But it's an incredible resource for marketers who want to learn how to create authentic and inclusive marketing strategy. Look it up.
Marketing girly and human with eyes here. It is a bad idea in a post-Sydney Sweeney world here, where the ad that she just did is being criticized, rightfully so, for the use of the word genetics and having it low-key feel very eugenics-based. To then have Dunkin push out this creative days later when the whole internet is literally talking about how bad that ad was. This ad with Jeremiah, I don't know his real name, mentioning the word genetics, and it's not in the same way-ish as the Sydney Sweeney one, but it is now interpreted that way. So it would have been okay for the social girly, for the marketing girly. The marketing director, top level CMO, should have said, I just saw that this scandal is breaking out and we use the word genetics. We cannot put this creative out. We have to rework it. I know we've spent X amount of dollars and X amount of time, but like we have to rework it because this now looks incredibly tasteless, borderline, if not 100% racist. And it's really not a good look. So Dunkin.
100% is a lot of racism. Like that means every single element, like the lighting, the background, the little plants, the flowers, the tile, the water was racist. Like 100% is a lot. That's a lot. I think your scale is a little bit off, baby. You kind of judging wrong. Like it's over 9,000.
Is usually really good with their marketing and their influencer and celeb pairs, but this is a huge miss given the current climate. Big no.
A lot of feelings going around lately. I don't understand, man. Can't have a white girl, can't have a white boy, you can't have a white nothing.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer, literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink a Dunkin Golden Hour Refresher, it's like the sun just finds me.
You too, Duncan? Have you not learned?
All right, shut up. Before you even start with your little angry rant. Freeze on Lou says it's more like 63.4% racism. I feel like that's like a respectable level. Like the FDA, the USDA, they would allow that. Like, especially, if you advertise, it's not like you're trying to sneak it in there. It's like with alcohol. You rarely see 100 proof alcohol on your shelves, right? You got to go to foreign countries mostly to get 100 proof alcohol. They make you cut it in America because it's too much. It's too much. And so it's like that with racism. You're not going to get that 100 proof, really. You got to go to a bootlegger for the real raw stuff,
Finds me.
You too, Duncan? Have you not learned anything from Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle? Now, I understand these are slight messages that just skim off the top. But once again, we're making an ad where we're calling out genes and saying, these are the perfect genes. I've just been blessed with the perfect genes. And it's these white people have been blessed with the perfect genes, and they have not apparently seen any of the controversy that's been going on with American Eagle. Or they did, and they decided, hey, let's jump on that. But it seems weird because, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Dunkin' Donuts is like a Massachusetts-based business, and so it seems weird to be taking this like Aryan race type stance. But once again, what are these companies doing? And it's these dog whistles. It's this testing of the water to see how people react. How far can we go? What can we push this? And this is the second ad in almost as many weeks that is talking about perfect genes and what are the perfect genes. And it's the blonde hair, blue eyes, and it's this image of the white person having these perfect genes. And these are just tone deaf ads that are falling flat. And Dunkin' Donuts apparently did not, like I said, learn anything from the American Eagle Sydney Sweeney ad because they decided to roll this bad boy out. What do you think? Am I off base here?
You know what I think? I think there's a term that was floating around for a while, and everybody started to kind of laugh the guy out of popularity. But James Lindsay came up with this thing called the woke right, and he tried to scare everybody like there was this new right-wing scary boogeyman wave that everybody should be afraid of. And as it turns out, it's just people are just trying to get back to something normal. Everybody wants to go back to the world they used to know. And this thing with the right wing stuff here is that it didn't fit for one, but what I do think is interesting about the idea of the woke right, the right wing has been defeated by superior tactics when you think of like organizations and messaging and just putting in the footwork for certain things, right? And so now the right wing has started to adopt certain left-wing tactics, right? Because tactics are neutral. Whatever wins, right? So, for example, like the trolling campaign with "It's okay to be white" and all the flyers and whatever, right? And they started like that. And it just occurred to me, it's really not gonna take off. We're so far away from that. But this is just the thing. I feel like I'm gonna hear this as an effective trolling counter slogan at some point. Real racism hasn't been tried yet. I feel like we're like on the cusp of something that dramatic. We're like, you really get a broad swath of just white right-wing people that are so unbothered by the charge of racism that they'll just counter any charge of racism with real racism hasn't even been tried yet. I don't even know what you're crying about. This isn't racism. Real racism hasn't been tried yet. I'm telling you, that's where we're going to work. That's how it's going to go. That's the direction we're moving in. The window shifts really quickly.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer, literally.
Who the fuck's coming out with one next? They're getting bold. They were already bold, but they're getting fucking bold right now. Holy shit.
Look.
Wake up. New boycott just dropped. Dunkin Donuts, bring your asses to the front. Dunkin is the second corporation this week, just like American Eagle, to be talking about genetics in their most recent commercial. Surely it's a coincidence, right? Not a dog whistle, a fucking megaphone. Do I really need to tell y'all what to do here? I think this has become part of our weekly routine at this point. American Eagle Outfitters stock took a pretty big hit yesterday since they want to market to people who wear white hoods in their spare time.
You know what, Carmen? That deserves a drop because low key, it is for some reason a lot of dudes mad, and you know, dudes being overly mad kind of sounds like hoes mad in its own way. It's weird how that overlaps like that.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
Telling you, a lot of hoes mad. A lot of these dudes is hoes too. That's a whole nother thing.
Point. American Eagle Outfitters stock took a pretty big hit yesterday since they want to market to people who wear white hoods in their spare time. Let's do the same to Dunkin' since they're trying to.
He must not watch stock markets. I don't understand what he means by American Eagle stock took a hit. In what world? In what portfolio? What do you even mean by that? We should sue you for misinformation. American Eagle stock took a nice jump. Like they went up. They numbers went burr yesterday. That shit was crazy. Niggas just get on the internet and say all kind of things, man.
Market to the same people. Wake up.
But yeah, he definitely mad. He big mad. That nigga's so mad he done broke with reality. And this is like some random girl somewhere, but it's low-key a commercial too. Peep the marketing. Peep the product placement. Was this a real commercial? Like I don't know, because it's actually well done. It's great shots, great car. Like she didn't just pull up with that car out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like how well done is this? Like, was Skittles really behind that? How can you be angry about that? Like, damn, I gotta buy me some Dunkin' Donuts, some Skittles. Gonna throw on my American Eagle jeans tomorrow. I'm gonna get so fat. I'm just gonna be fascism aura farming. Just aura farming fascism. She not bad either, man. You know, they had that great shot with Sydney Sweeney and the like, it was like a 57 Mustang or something like that. And I did that whole thing about it. She just pulled up on you right outside your job. Listen, are you coming or not? Like now you got another great headshot like that. This is great. Feels like summer. Feels like the boys are back in town. Summer, summer, summertime. Oh, yeah, it feels like the old times. Like old America is back. Like it's feeling good. You know, the only regret I'm having about this wave is that, like, all right, the last time we were kind of talking about this, I did feature that whole Polo Oak Bluff, well, Ralph Lauren Oak Bluff thing, and that was kind of like a callback to classic Black Americana. And it's really hard for Black Americana to really kind of play along with this thing. I think it can be done, but it's just gonna piss people off even more. But I don't think you'll see much of that. But I would love to see a little bit of that too. Tired of all these fat chicks on TV. Bring back the In Vogue era.
So today, I worked out early, and then I had to go get something done where I needed anesthesia, and I'm still, and I'm starving. So we're gonna food review Arby's. Okay, we have
Arby's is in on it, and what is whiter food than Arby's? I think I've only been to Arby's one time in my life, and I couldn't take it. It was too white for me. I just couldn't do it.
have curly fries. Didn't fill it to the top, but that's okay. We got a couple sliders. Oh my God, how much did I order? Oh, I only got 3. Okay, solid. And low key, some underrated sauce is the Arby's sauce. Yum. Whoop, French fry. All right, here we go. Honestly, not looking so bad. Like, not bad. I definitely douse it in Arby's sauce. Very much a condiments type of girl. Love the sauce. Okay, one sec. Okay, this is it. They're little.
Yeah, a lot of us are starving right now, conscious, man. Don't be hating, bro. There's always that one hater nigga, man. Everybody else hungry. This nigga up here, I'm not hungry. I'm good. I don't want nothing to eat. I'm fine. I'm fine. You niggas want to be hungry. Y'all be hungry. I'm fine. I don't want to eat nothing. I'm going to wait till I get back to the block. I'll eat when I get back to the block. I'm going to get me some chicken wings. Going to get me some scrimp fried rice back in the block.
I'm telling you, man. This the reason why I be hating niggas, man. I'm telling you, man. It just be us. I be hating niggas, man.
Let niggas be hungry, man. Why niggas can't be hungry, man? There's always that one nigga gotta hate on the hungry. Why you hating on the hungry niggas, bro? It's all about you starving. So what?
Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes.
I can say I haven't had Arby's in a really long time. I think for obvious reasons. But why did I ever go away from them? Not bad. Actually, not bad at all. I think if I want to be a little healthier, I don't have to eat all the carbs, but I'm working out so much right now I need carbs, so it's not that big a deal. I enjoy this. I'll give this ham slider. Again, it could be the anesthesia talking, but I'm gonna give this a solid 8.1. Okay, the next one we're gonna go to is our roast beef slider. Looks thicky. Then it's snicky. I think that I prefer the sliders over just like the tip.
She said it looks sticky, then it's snicky. She cute. And this is what's homegirl name? Sophie Cunningham, I think her name is. Yeah, Sophie Cunningham. Who's
So
Sophie Cunningham,
today,
y'all? Help me out
I
here. Who is
worked
white
out
girl?
early, and then I had. She's not bad at all. Finished Nikki. Looks sticky. Finished Nikki. I think that I prefer the sliders over just like the typical roast beef, is because they put a little bit of like, is that American cheese? I don't even know what they put on it, but it's not like that droused. Why do I keep using that word? It's not like that nacho cheese, you know. But each slider deserves its own packet, 1000%, maybe even a little more. Yum. All right. Final product. You know, I could see why that might not look so appetizing, but that's a good one right there.
Does she play with Angel? Does she play with
The
Caitlin
roast
Clark?
beef over the ham and cheese. Fries are always good. I got good seasoning. Would I say they're the curliest? Probably not. Oh, here's one. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's who she is. And Snowman, I might have to agree with you. She has a you know, it's kind of a purty mouth. It's not bad, not bad. And now she's an Arby's girl. Uh-oh. Get it, girl. White girl Arby's swag. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's up. It's up. She not bad. She look kind of good actually.
When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny heaven. Snow Bunny heaven.
Oh man. All right, you know we can't end this without going to TikTok. We got to go to the tickety tockety.
So Dunkin Donuts and American Eagle found a cheat code to make their bullshit business relevant again. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Listen to this bullshit.
I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan, genetics.
This is great.
I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer, literally.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Shit is great.
Every time I drink a Dunkin Golden Hour refresher, it's like the sun just finds me.
Really?
So sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer. Guilty as charged.
And we can go back and play the Sydney Sweeney video.
Why you got the music playing like you're watching a serial killer video? Like this is the kind of music that when you're watching that, you know, that true crime stuff, when the police caught him, he had 11 bodies in his trunk, all individually zip wrapped. Like, and they got that music in the background. Like, you got this real dramatic video music in the background, bro. It's not that serious, dude.
Miss Tan, genetics.
This is great.
I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer, literally.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Shit is great.
Every time I drink a Dunkin Golden Hour refresher, it's like the sun just finds me.
Really?
So sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer. Guilty as charged.
And we can go back and play the Sydney Sweeney video, but we don't have to. We understand.
He didn't notice me, but I saw him as he just laid there by the pool, Caucasianly. He white boyed across the room so racistly, I couldn't help but to notice. The way he just crackered into her life, she didn't know what to do.
Understand that this is the highest form of rage bait ever. And again, we're at a time where these businesses want to play in our face. And if we don't make an example, then we'll be the example. See, because shit like this opens the door for a whole bunch of other shit that we're not going to like. My question is, Dunkin' Donuts, you randomly use genetics when you're speaking of a drink. I call that rage bait. I call that race bait. Them knowing that this commercial or these commercials are going to start controversy online, they say, let's do it like that. The more they talk about us, the more we sell. And even if they're mad, we still win in the end because people are going to come to a American Eagle or people are going to continue to eat donuts.
He just stood there, smug and white, reeking of civilization and order.
At Dunkin' Donuts and come get coffee and things of that nature. So they win. We got to make it where they lose. Remember this. We own the power right now. And when I say we own the power right now, we dictate the narrative. So we need to do something about it. I'm out. So Dunkin' Donuts and American Eagle found a cheat code to make their bullshit business relevant again.
Mark Wahlberg has spoken out. Sydney Sweeney has reacted.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of New York. It just happened. His body is just genetics.
No, stop, no, hold up, stop, no. Why he feeling himself though? Why you feeling yourself a little too much, bro? Stop, no, stop.
I didn't ask to be the king of New York. It just happened. His body is just genetics. I'm sitting around 7.5% body fat. I can't help it. Every time I drink this golden summer, the testosterone, it just finds me. So if sipping this refresher makes me the king of smashing weights in the gym, so be it. Guilty as charged. But the truth, for rewarding myself with a commercial, because I'm so good looking, and because I take care of myself, so be it. These refreshers, they all good.
Oh, shit.
I didn't ask to be the king of New
God
York.
damn it. The white boys are back and they're not going away.
Dunkin' really said, hold my drink, and made their own version of the American Eagle ad. So by now, I'm sure you all know about the controversial Sydney Sweeney ad. Well, Dunkin' just dropped an ad for their golden hour refresher with actor Gavin Castellano from The Summer I Turned Pretty. And it was clearly inspired by the Sydney Sweeney ad, and people are not happy.
They literally found this nigga in a movie called The Summer I Turned Pretty. That's where they got this dude from. The summer he turned pretty. It was no looking back after that. Like a young Ric Flair.
Are saying they're going to ditch Dunkin' and go to Starbucks, and others are saying they're just going to be making their own drinks at home. Watch the ad for yourself and tell me what you think about it.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what?
2 summers ago, he turned pretty. Now he's the king of summer. This is unbelievable. I did not have this on my 2025 bingo card. The nigga went from now I'm pretty one summer to now I'm the king of this summer. This nigga, he's climbing up.
Wait, what? Rich, now what's our motto? We was kings. We was kings!
Shout out to True Hype with the $2 super chat. How do you affect a business you don't patronize? Bro, you're asking too many questions, bro. I don't know why you asking all these complicated questions. Just get on code, nigga. Just get on code, bro. Stop.
Golden summer, literally.
Any jean or coffee company has the perfect opportunity to do something funny right now. Make an ad saying, we don't care about your genetics, you're all beautiful, and boom, sales skyrocket. Dunkin' really said, hold my drink, and made their own version of the American Eagle ad. So by now, I'm sure you all...
I don't know if that's going to work. And I think that's kind of the point of it all, though. Like direct marketing to the ugly crowd, it doesn't really draw shoppers the way you want it to. Because here's the thing about advertising. Unless you're selling something that people desperately need, like water, And even then, you know, you still have to have an air of something aspirational, right? Because why would I buy this water over that water, right? Because this water is clean and pure from the mountains of Whitelandia. You know, the springs of this mountain water were first founded by your ancient ancestors, the first explorers of this land, men who settled this land and toiled for it, right? Like, that's the water you want to drink. That's the water that refreshes you. And so without having ads that are like aspirational, you're kind of left with awkward, you know, that Jaguar debacle, right? And that's the problem with trying to sell to the quote unbeautiful. Like, no. If you sell, you know, if you're selling an item, attractive people, mostly women, are the way to go. Ugly people in a commercial, just, it doesn't really hit like that, bro. Like this shit right here, it doesn't hit like that. Whatever this is, it don't work.
I didn't choose to be a superior genetic white king.
This is not working. You see what I mean? No, this is not aspirational. This is not motivational. Nobody has ever been motivated to do anything great for this right here. This is not gonna get it. This is never gonna get it. This just ain't what it is. This ain't hitting on nothing.
I didn't choose to be a superior genetic white king. This milky white skin, so sweet and milky, it chose me. I didn't choose it. And every time.
And the irony, you know what's ironic about this, right? See, the thing to do is to follow the energy and have aspirational, dignified self-imagery. If you really wanted to go there, right? But in your effort to mock their aspirational image, you make your own image just look bad. Like, you became the punchline of your own joke. We were supposed to be laughing at the white boy. Now we're all laughing at you. Blacks, whites, everybody teamed up against you now. It's bad out here.
I didn't choose to be a superior genetic white king. This milky white skin, so sweet and milky, it chose me. I didn't choose it. And every time I drink one of these ice cold refreshing drinks and think about how marshmallow tanned I am, thanks to genetics, superior genetics, I think to myself, if being a 350-degree toasted white king is wrong, I don't want to be right. Take a sip of summer and genetic superiority. I didn't choose to be a superior genetic white king. This milky white skin.
And the crazy thing about it, this is actually reverse advertisement. You're literally making the genetic argument for them. Hashtag diabetes. Hashtag clogged arteries. Hashtag varicose veins. You're really making the genetic argument. You're trying to mock. This is the thing, right? Look at like Greek statues. And you know, let me actually get a little bit deeper and maybe even be a little petty now. Let's go there. Let's really go there. There is no African artwork that I think anyone could point to that is a celebration of the actual peak human form, the way Greek statues are kind of known for. And not even just Greek per se, but like the classic, like David, the statue David is a great example of that. But when you get to like classic artwork, right? Those statues, those marble cuts of just like the naked human bodies. I don't think you find anything in like African art that even comes close to that kind of focus on beauty and the raw expression of the human body or whatever, right? The closest you come is like little African figures with really oversized penises. I swear to God, that's really what they focused on, but it was a thing they did. But what she's attempting to do now is to use her fat, black, out of shape, uncared for, I don't love myself body to mock the very image of peak human expressions of beauty. And I'm just saying, this ain't it, baby. Whatever you think it is, this ain't it. This is absolutely positively not it. Dick Thug with the $10 super chat, he says, I don't want to hear anything these ninjas got to say about how they don't like these commercials bringing up genetics. With all these baby deletions, that could have easily increased the numbers. And really, it's not even just the issue of numbers, though. But niggas aren't really immune to the genetic argument. Niggas love the genetic argument. You know, my melanin so good. We got cosmic melanin. We get rays from the sun and all of that. And don't even get me started on the queens of it all.
But if man had to find out that his God was a woman,
I say the black woman is God, and
black woman is God.
I say the black woman is God.
The black woman is God because, you know, she was the first organism on this planet.
If she's God and we descend from her, that means we're like little godlets, right? Little godlike niggas.
Duncan said, move over, Sydney Sweeney. We're going to talk about genetics too. And Duncan's even taking it one step further. They said their new slogan is, America runs on eugenics. Duncan said, move over, Sydney Sweeney. We're going to talk about genetics too. And Duncan's even taking it one step further. They said their new slogan is, America runs on eugenics.
Red Illusion says, Red Bull's next commercial. Red Bull gives you Vril. I got a great idea for it too, because you know Red Bull commercial, they had a real low budget kind of setup, just a nice sketch with little pencil art. Just 3 or 4 white German scientists in a lab. Don't even call them German, just 3 scientists in a lab, and be like, Red Bull's working on a new flavor. And then a guy turns around and he holds up the Red Bull can. We call it Vril. That's it. They're going to call it a new flavor. It's going to be Red Bull Vril. When you want to get that pure white Caucasian energy, it keeps you going.
This tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden Summer, the golden hour refresher. Only at Dunkin'.
The Sydney Sweeney ad. Now this. What is with these ads?
Let's talk about the controversy around Gavin Castelagno's new Dunkin' ad. So the actor, who of course plays Jeremiah on The Summer I Turned Pretty, is under fire for an ad about Dunkin's new refreshers. And in it, he seems to praise his genetics. He said his tan is a result of genetics and his color analysis.
Carmen would like to know, what is Vril? What's a quick shorthand to explain Vril to you? Vril is like chi. You ever heard of chi, Carmen? Vril is like chi for white nationalists who might want to conquer the globe. It's like white nationalist megalomania chi. It was studied by German scientists back in the day. They was really on something back then. A lot of Vril going around back then.
Had just come back Golden Summer. A lot of people were commenting on this ad, wondering why brands have suddenly become obsessed with genetics. One commenter referenced Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle ad, wondering, what in the Sydney Sweeney did I just watch? In case you missed that one, Sydney Sweeney also has a new ad campaign out that's getting some backlash that uses the tagline, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Some have said that phrase adds weight to the idea that being blonde and having blue eyes is superior. On the other side of the coin, some feel like the criticism to these ads is going too far, with one writing, it's not that serious, guys, about Sydney Sweeney's.
Reps for Gavin, Sydney, and the brands haven't responded to people's requests for comment, but in the meantime, you can read the full story on the People app. Let's talk about the controversy around Gavin Casalegno's new Dunkin ad.
You really want to know why Dunkin Donuts and American Eagle both hired Aryan race looking, MAGA loving, blonde hair, blue eyed, fair skinned actors to do their genetics ads, both in the same week? Do you really want to know? Because I'll tell you. It's called the browning of America. If you haven't heard the term, it's been around for decades, but it became popularized during the late aughts, around 2008, around that time, when the Pew Research Center started releasing statistics about the United States ever-changing demographics. And one of the things that was highlighted early on was the rise in Latino and Hispanic birth rates in this country. And wouldn't you know, we've been talking about the birth rate a lot this week in regards to it plummeting here in the United States. And yes, although it may be falling across all demographics, guess which group still has the highest birth rate in this country? If you guessed Latinos, you'd be right. But what really scared the far right was that in 2012, 2013, the Pew Research Center released new statistics about the Hispanic Latino population, stating that this population nearly doubled in size between the years 2000 and 2010. I think the percentage was somewhere near 43% rate in growth. That same year, the Pew Research Center predicted that the Hispanic electorate would double in size by the year 2030. And what were the reasons they gave? Aging, naturalization, which we've been talking a lot about recently, and immigration. Once those Pew Research Center statistics.
You know what's crazy about this whole thing? It's like people just sort of expect you guys to kind of just like fade away quietly into the night. Like it's the noble thing to do.
Were unleashed. The news had a field day with them. It was a media frenzy. All of a sudden you saw headlines about the browning of America and how Latinos would become the new majority by the year, I heard 2045. Some said 2050. Others said 2060. It was all over the place. People were now researching how quickly Latinos were advancing in education, in politics, in business. We were enrolling in college at the highest rates we had ever seen. We were opening small businesses at way higher rates than other groups. It was, to me, as a Latina, a lot of positive. But on the flip side of that coin, some people were reading those same articles, seeing those same headlines, and saw it as a major negative and decided to plot against the advancement of Latinos in this country. Enter Trump, who announced his presidency or run for presidency in 2015. What a coincidence. And his platform was anti-immigrants, anti-immigration, specifically anti-Mexican. And wouldn't you know that that platform really resonated with a lot of people? So much so that he wins that election. But let's fast forward to December 2023. Trump
Still got 3.5 more years to go. It's going to get so much more whiter. It's going to get so white, it's going to blind you.
Trump is running for president again, right? But this time, he's had 4 years to build an army of loyalists who have helped him create this entire package called Project 2025, in which they're going to, I guess, rectify the trajectory that the United States is on. And so, although Trump is still running on an anti-immigrant platform, he says something that I hadn't heard him say before.
Yeah, True Hype knows what I'm talking about. Revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. I'm trying to tell you. Blinded by the white. This girl bores me anyway.
People
Moving
are
on.
now canceling Dunkin Donuts because of this ad. So yesterday, Dunkin Donuts.
And by the way, thank you to Chocolate Bunny for the 777. donation. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Hit that like button for me, guys. Thank y'all for coming through the night. We are just about going to wrap up soon, but shout out to Chocolate Bunny for smashing that super chat button.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
People are now canceling Dunkin' Donuts because of this ad. So yesterday, Dunkin' Donuts released this ad, and it's promoting their new drink, the Golden Hour Refresher. And they used Gavin from The Summer I Turned Pretty to promote it. But a lot of people did not like this ad because of what he said. Take a look for yourself.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally.
A lot of people had a problem with the word genetics being used in an ad for a drink. Shanti says genetics has nothing to do with drinks and donuts. And a lot of people are wondering why multiple ads are lately bringing up genetics. More specifically, companies like American Eagle or Dunkin'. Because just last week, American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney got backlash for this ad. And then a week later, we got this ad. And they're even attacking Gavin over this too. This person said, "This is why we are Team Conrad." But what do you guys think? Do you think this is just a harmless ad, or is it harmful just like the American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney? Let me know in the comments below. People are now...
This tan? Genetics.
Damn, I was muted. Oh, man. Look at her face, though. Why her face got to look like that? She got pure female estrogenated haterism. Like, that's hate powered by estrogen. That is like a cosmic level of hate. That's like the shit that the Phoenix Force be flying around on. Just hating estrogen.
I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally. I can't help it.
We know you people can't help it. You've been terrorizing people who don't look like you for centuries. We know you're a bunch of sociopaths. You don't have to remind us. We have the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad campaign that is using a double entendre on the word jeans and jeans with a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman in a time where racism and fascism is on the rise. The MAGA movement is on the rise at a time when our president had Elon Musk on the stage at the inauguration.
They're the same color. They kind of are, though. Like, oh my God, they're the same color. No, you see, no, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. This is what hurts people, right? This is why the butt hurt is unavoidable, because just because look, this is why we kind of be having this low key, well, the high key, American black versus African black type of thing. Like, no, we're Americans. We're our own thing, and low key, America's the best country in the world. So therefore, ipso facto, we're the best niggas in the world. Right? I don't make the rules. It's just how it is, right? And so she's over here, the exact same color as this dude, right? But he like, yeah, but I got the good genes. And that shit just burned her up, though. It's like, yeah, you kind of look like me, though, but I got the good genes. Now she got to do a whole TikTok video because he got the good genes and she just looked like the good genes. She cosplaying good genes.
And doing a Yahtzee salute. And the Dunkin' Donuts marketing team said, let's try and make our donut commercial about genetics. And let's have an all-American looking guy with blue eyes be the messenger. Their marketing team is definitely like that one person that's like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I already didn't go to Dunkin' Donuts, but I'm definitely not going now. They're on some broke bitch rage bait behavior.
That's okay. They don't want your type anyway.
Genetic.
They don't want your
I'm not
kind.
gonna lie, first watching that Dunkin' Donuts commercial, I thought it was either gonna be an ad for like men's tinted sunscreen, men's
Ooh, you look like Mountain Woman.
makeup, because color analysis
I feel like I've seen you in a small town Dollar General.
And I actually thought it was falling to the pool boy stereotypes, and I also mentioned like the word golden. So I was like, oh, is this like a kinky commercial, like golden showers for the summer? Was not expecting Dunkin', donuts. Not
Did I miss the memo that this summer's theme is eugenics core? Really, Dunkin' Donuts? Oh my God.
This tan? Genetics.
He said, I don't tan, I descend.
I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally.
This isn't a marketing campaign, it's a phenotype audition.
I can't help it.
If one more brand mentions genetics, I'm going to start mailing out copies of the bell curve with "We see you" written on them in red Sharpie.
Now, if some brand comes out with black folk playing this genetic game, nobody's going to say a word. Nobody's going to say anything. You won't have any hate mail.
What marketing asshole signed off on selective breeding summer? At this point, if your copy includes the words genetics, just print it on a Hugo Boss uniform and be done with it. Did I miss the memo that this summer's theme is eugenics?
If Hugo Boss makes a comeback, bro, the gods are on your side. That's how you know there's a shift. Somebody's gonna come to an award show. Some guy, really well dressed, nicely cut Hugo Boss suit. I'm telling you, if Hugo makes the comeback, it's up, bro. There's no turning back.
Y'all seen the new Dunkin' Donuts commercial? Another one about genetics. It's not quite as bad as Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle. But y'all take a look. Let me know what y'all think.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis. Help it. I'm just the king.
Their slogan used to be "America runs on Dunkin'," and I thought that meant all of Americans. I think it may be time to start visiting your local coffee brewers.
I don't get it. Are you not proud of your genetics? You don't want to boast about your genetics? You should be proud of your genetics. Make a commercial about how dope your genetics are.
Breweries, whatever it is, I think it may be time to do some exploring. I know some great local ones in my community. Maybe you should invest in some as well. Yeah. Really, Duncan?
This tan? Genetics. Golden summer. Literally.
I just got my genetics test back. Less than 24 hours after Sydney Sweeney goes in talking about her genes, her blue gene. No, they didn't zoom into her genes. They zoomed into her blue eyes. Now we have a golden boy, blue-eyed boy getting on talking about his genetics in a coffee.
I hear the Empire. Do I hear the Empire? Are we empiring again? Are we allowed to empire again? Is that what's about to happen? I hear the Empire in the background.
Ad, but it's just coffee. It's just jeans. For all of you dipshits who want to say this isn't Aryan propaganda, Aryan white nationalist belief is that blonde blue eyes is the pinnacle, and then everybody is in a hierarchy beneath them, and the bottom of that hierarchy isn't human. It's cockroaches. It's animals. It's things that need to be exterminated. And these are people. And this is how they justified. This is how they gleefully killed millions of people in the name of eugenics.
Freeman's Journal, you notice too, most of the attractive women are not really caught up in this. There's a handful because, almost nothing in human behavior is 100%. But by and large, it's an ugly feminist movement, like all the feminism movements.
Because they didn't see them as people. They saw them as cockroaches. They saw them as something that needed to be exterminated because they weren't actually human. And the visualization they used to identify who was and wasn't was blonde hair and blue eyes and white skin. In 24 hours, 2 ads, back to back. They are raising the temperature.
I swear to God, I can hear the Empire coming. Are we doing the Empire thing again? Is the Empire striking back? Is that what's about to happen? True Hype with the $5 super chat. Now, if the same dude said he was into the melanin, do you think some would have the same energy? No. No. Let me think about it a little bit more. Hell no.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
In our country, while we're building concentration camps and rounding up people based on their skin color, dehumanizing them, leaders in our government joking about feeding millions of people to alligators. But it's not that deep. But it's just jeans. But it's just coffee. Oh, you're just jealous. Oh, you're just a whiny liberal. You guys need to do a lot more reading. You need to do a lot more reading and learning about your history. History repeats itself. And the bots are out. The bots are out. As soon as I post this, there's going to be 1,000 bots in the comments with 0 numbers and no face to their account, pushing out the narrative of it's not that big a deal. And dipshits will pick it up and start promoting it everywhere, falling deeper into fucking white supremacy nationalism. It's just...
Damn. So if you drink some Dunkin Donuts, you'll just fall into white supremacy like a portal, like Alice in Wonderland. You'll just take a sip and just fall right into Berlin.
Wake up!
This tan, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened.
So America runs on Dunkin', but America is also fat as hell, with over 40.9% of all adults being obese, with anywhere from 70 to 75% of all Americans being either overweight or obese.
That's why Trump is making your kids work out at school now. He just signed the No Fat Kids executive order. Make bullying great again.
Child, I'm over here laughing in Weight Watchers. You are the last brand or company to be talking about anybody's type of genetics when y'all over here peddling sugar water, stuffing it down people's throats like foie gras, like you a goose. And y'all out here talking about people's looks. Don't make me laugh.
To all the hysterical white libs crying fascism, white supremacists, racism, eugenics, you need help.
I'm not sure what this is right here, but it can speak like regular people words, and that's amazing.
Look.
Dunkin Donuts, you too? You made a eugenics commercial too?
Nah, I'm not going to say the thing I was going to say.
They got them gas chambers up and running. Y'all can't convince me that they don't. This got to be a psyop. If you hear genetics, you know what the fuck is good. They are coming for us. Dunkin Donuts.
A Dunkin commercial talking about genetics. Dunkin, which came out during the same week as the Sydney Sweeney commercial, which also talked about genetics. And both of these people conveniently are white with blue eyes, right? Hey, dude, bro, it is too early in the morning for this. Yeah. You remember how over the last couple of days they called me a madman for... Don't they always, though? Matt, for downplaying the genetic message in the Sydney Sweeney commercial. But they always doubt you. It's what they do. Yeah, that's crazy, huh? All right, so I'll level with you guys for a second.
Did this nigga just have like an out-of-body experience in his own video? He's talking to himself? This is me, myself, and I type of video?
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? All right, so I'll level with you guys for a second. I can totally understand you guys downplaying or sidestepping the whole jeans and jeans thing in the City Sweeney commercial because, you know, those words are homophones.
They don't know what that means.
What?
They don't know what that means.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so those are two words that sound the same, but have different spellings and meanings. Just, you know, I understand you guys don't always remember what you learned in school.
Because you're a dumb
Yeah, I
racist,
get
right?
you guys downplaying the City Sweeney commercial, but this is Dunkin Donuts, man. They ain't got nothing to do with no genetics, no genes, no nothing. And this commercial doesn't have Sydney Sweeney in it. So as straight men,
We can't confirm that information.
making a lot of assumptions here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so as I'm assuming you guys are straight men, you know, you can't really use that as an excuse. So I guess my question is, what do you guys have to say about this one? And also, like, how do you make a white guy the king of summer? I'm sitting here looking at my melanated ass like, since when?
We had Will Smith. It was great. Will Smith got us through like a decade and a half of summer times, man. And it was dope. It really was. And then, you know, shit got cringy. And it was cringy for a while. And then it's been white boy summer for the last couple of years, bro. I don't know if you just haven't noticed the wave. White boy summer has just kind of taken root. It's a thing now. Oh. Ew. Oh.
This tan? Look, I didn't
Wake up.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally.
That was posted on Dunkin Donuts TikTok page. They basically looked over at Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle and they said, holy shit, your guys' stocks flew up after you did that stunt. So we're going to pull one too. What is happening right now is the mega corporations are literally capitalizing off of the divisiveness of this nation. So I hope this is the first and last video you see on the Dunkin Donuts matter, because we should not be giving them any attention. They are looking at us like cattle to be their free marketing vessels, that we would be so outraged by their choices in perpetuating the division in this nation through commercials that we would carry on those commercials through these digital spaces over and over and over and over again, giving them free marketing. What we're going to do is not that. Hopefully we don't do that.
Carmen, I bet you she would give her right breast, her entire right titty, to be a cute young white boy drinking Dunkin Donuts, aura farming Vril. That's all she ever wanted to be in life, was that white dude by the pool. But she can't aura farm Vril no matter how hard she tries.
We did it with Sydney Sweeney. Their stocks went up. We should not do it with Dunkin Donuts because their stocks will go up. We should ignore this shit. If they want to post this stuff, if they want to engage in the political divisiveness and exacerbate it, when we already, it's one of our biggest issues that we face as Americans right now, is not liking each other, being so divided. So don't play into it. Just look at them and be like, that was dumb. Okay. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Look.
So, apparently there's been a Dunkin' ad. It's, they talked about genetics.
Hashtag genetically triggered. We found one.
What is happening? You know, when the Sydney Sweeney thing came out, I was like, all right, whatever. It's just like, it was weird, but whatever. Now, like, what is it, a week later? Another white, blonde, blue-eyed dude talks about genetics. And apparently he's MAGA. So, I don't know, man. Everything is weird. It's all weird. It's all freaking weird.
It's weird. He can feel it in his DNA. His DNA is just getting all itchy right now.
Look, I didn't ask.
I think that's all. There's another one.
So after reading your
Okay, yeah, there
comment,
we
I
go.
went and checked, and I just typed in like new Dunkin' Donuts ad, and sure enough, I see an upload to YouTube from 1 day ago, and this commenter is absolutely correct. And there are so many people, of course, saying, I don't understand why ads are discussing genes so much, or, you know, it's not a big deal. Some people are just, you know, gaslighting in the comments. But when a country that's built on fascism and eugenics and
Acadia says, watching people get triggered on a cellular level is fascinating. You know, we are on the bleeding edge of research here, man. This is scientific research that we're doing here. We discovered the very concept and theory of being genetically triggered. And now here we are. We're just cataloging. We're doing research, man. We're all scientific about this thing.
and racism and misogyny has a leader who emboldens those practices and those systems, and many people that follow it still, as we were all indoctrinated into it, right? Some more heavily than others, and some are doing some work and some are not. But that's all a sign of trouble, a sign that we already knew was coming, but it's disappointing. But thank you for letting me know.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan, genetics. Gold. Now our friends are guilty.
Ask this question respectfully. I'm about to ask this question respectfully.
I gotta hit it one time. I gotta press the button one time. Just crying out for it. The button is literally calling me.
That nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay.
To all my conventionally attractive, palm-colored people out there who come across this video, what is your obsession with genetics? Because it's starting to get weird. Maybe I don't understand, but
You wouldn't. That's the funny part about it. It's like a joke that you just could never understand. It's literally, it's genetically impossible for you to understand. You can't understand, overstand, understand, withstand. You just need to take a seat, brother.
video, what is your obsession with genetics? Because it's starting to get weird. Maybe I don't understand, but please explain, because it's getting really weird, dude.
Oh my God. You wouldn't get it. I love how at the end of Joker it closed out with that laugh. You just wouldn't get it. Like it was such a deep, powerful, poignant moment, because that's like a real thing in life. Because like they were trying to make him to be like, you know, crazy and whatnot, but technically he wasn't crazy person. It is a whole weird symbolism of it all. Like he knew exactly what he was talking about, but you know, you just wouldn't get it. So I just have to laugh by myself like a crazy person because he wouldn't get it.
Dunkin' Donuts eugenics commercial, aside from, you know, the one that we all was just talking about with American Eagle, and then you have Starbucks, their commercial is like just,
you know, True Hype, that's the perfect time. I bet you we got one right here. Like you kind of strike me as a melanin powered individual. True Hype with the 5-ball says, weren't the same folks triggered now by this ad the same type saying that melanin was their superpower? Wasn't we getting superpowers like 2 years ago, bro? How many years ago did we all get black superpowers? And if that's not a genetic superiority movement, I don't know what is. 2 or 3 years ago, black folk all over Twitter was like, we got superpowers. It was like this whole wave. I don't know why niggas just woke up that day, because I wasn't really I wasn't plugged into that yet, but I remember there was a whole weird thing like today is the day we supposed to wake up with black superpowers, and I'm like, why? I don't get it. What are niggas doing? But she remind me of one of those melanated superpower niggas. It was 2020. It was that long ago. My powers must have worn off, and I don't even remember them no more.
Just another page of the blatant disrespect that we'll always have, will always receive. I don't feel as though everyone should feed into it, though. You know, we just shouldn't feed into it because, I mean, they've always been this way, and it is what the fuck it is at this point. You had the blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl. No one's calling her unattractive. It's just the message within the videos you guys are posting. And then you have the guy with the curly hair, and I think his eyes were actually brown because they stated that brown eyes are deemed more intellectual beings. You know, it's a funny thing about eugenics, how they put it out there, right? We can't even dwell on this shit anymore. You just have to let them do what they want. Make your stupid ass commercials, make your stupid ass ads. Everyone needs to stop drinking Dunkin' Donuts anyway. So if this is what it takes for you guys to boycott that bullshit sugary ass food, then so be it.
Oh, you're gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. Hit that like button. We gotta close out soon because I actually gotta work a late shift. I need to get a couple of hours of sleep. But I have to share this. I can't go to bed. I can't go to sleep early without giving y'all the goods, man. I'll be digging in the crates while I'm live on air just to make sure I hit every corner of the crate.
I want to talk about the melanin because this whole thing that we're not smart enough, that we're not bright enough is simply just a lie. And so, you know, all this testing that they're doing, and I have kids in school and they're made to feel that they cannot achieve. And I have to remind them about their actual superpower, melanin. See, not just your skin tone, but in your brain, specifically neuromelanin, that rich dark pigment found in areas like the substantia nigra, which are critical for learning and memory and decision making and emotional regulation. See, if you don't know, then you won't know how to respond. But when you learn about the studies that have actually linked the neuromelanin to higher concentrations and how it's related to enhanced memory and processing and higher intelligence and faster reaction times, then you know why they have hidden this information for so long. Because when you have higher melanin, you have stronger brain resilience against degenerative diseases. So translation to that is melanin doesn't just make you glow, it makes you grow. So we know that it's not coincidental that people with more melanin have historically been creators, inventors, innovators across every discipline, while also being the most suppressed, because they know that the more melanin you have in your body and in your brain actually produces higher intelligence. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 7, it says he placed treasures in earth.
The more melanin you have in your brain, therefore the blacker your brain. Remember how we say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice? They was talking knowledge, nigga. They was trying to kick knowledge to you slow niggas. They was speaking in code so the white man didn't know. They was trying to tell you that the blacker your brain is, the more melanin within your brain matter. That gray matter is actually supposed to be black. Thank you, Acadia. No, you know, Acadia, she be kicking that knowledge, But the blacker your brain matter is, the more wisdom you got in there. All right, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, nigga. They trying to keep you niggas on game, son.
Every discipline, while also being the most suppressed, because they know that the more melanin you have in your body and in your brain actually produces higher intelligence. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 7, it says he placed treasures in earthen vessels. What treasures? It was in us all along, right? So we have more melanin, and we know that people with less melanin, because it's a recessive gene and it's a mutation, lack the same level of intelligence, of many different benefits that come along with that.
That's an interesting genetic theory you got there. You know, but for the sake of time, I'm not even going to challenge it because I want you guys to hear about a comic book called, wait for it, Black. Yeah, yes, Black. Have you heard of this comic book called Black? A black superhero who came to life after being shot by the police. How black is that? That's some of the blackest shit that you could get. That I don't even know how. That's just so black. I couldn't even be that black anymore.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn I'm not. All right. Now you ride the wings of return, you're like, yeah. She clack clack.
In the comic book Black, only black people have superpowers. Wow, only black people have superpowers. That's an interesting move. I wonder how it would go in a comic book world where only white people had superpowers. I wonder how that would go. What would you even call that? What would you even call that world where white people have superpowers? What's the ancient name for England? I forgot. There was a name for England, but it's like a really old name. I forget the name of it. Does it start with an A? There's a word for England. It's like almost a mythological ancient word for England. What is the name of that word? Could you imagine if they took the opposite of that word? No, not Agartha. Albion. Thank you. Albion. A comic book where all the white people only the white people have superpowers. And we call it Albion. Yo, I'm telling you, this is wild stuff here, man. Kwanzaa, Star Wars name, is the creator he's the creator and writer of Black. Shout out to Star Wars name.
So Black is something that people often think of as timely, but I came up with the idea like almost 15 years ago. And I was like, that was Amadou Diallo, that was, Trayvon Martin, that was so many other people who have died at the hands of this, injustice, that call it timely. It's like, it's timeless and we don't want it to be.
90,000 in Kickstarter funding back in 2016. It's like peak Obama era, wasn't it? Riding that wave, huh? That was the tail end of Obama, actually.
We would have gotten shut down had I brought it to like a major publisher, because when you offer them the premise of, well, what if only Black people had superpowers? They're just like, wait a minute.
Hey, now. Because you're just dying for a crossover universe where the Black superpower world gets invaded by the white Nazi superpower world. Like, I was watching the Marvel What If series recently, and like the very first episode, so they got like the Watchers, and then you got a guy who's like the Watcher of the multiverse, right? And so he kind of watched us pull through the storyline where they came up with Multiverse Ultron. He was like Infinity Ultron or whatever. And I'm like, what if your all Black comic book world gets invaded by like Multiverse Hitler? Like, what if you guys have to fight Infinity Hitler? Like that would actually be kind of like, you're kind of begging for that. It's like you built up a comic book world where the only real proper enemy would be like a multiversal Infinity Adolf. And then he would be like nearly unstoppable because he could just jump through realities, spreading his racism and white nationalism, and you kind of like gotta fight him with your Black Power, BLM, underground movement. Like you could have really went all the way with this, but I bet you punked out.
Hold on, that's a little controversial. And it's like, well, it doesn't seem particularly controversial when like 4 white people fly into space and gain powers and come back and all of a sudden become like really rich and live in a tower and say,
Yeah, Age of Adolf Tron, bro. They could have really done great things here, man. They could have really went big. But, you know, niggas be afraid of racism. Niggas are too afraid of racism to use it properly. You have to take it to its full glory to really make it, like, workable.
people every day and they're celebrities.
See, gave you niggas Black Panther. Next thing you know, well, what if only black people were superheroes? How about that? You see what happened when you gave these niggas Black Panther? Now they like, well, I think only black people should have superpowers. That sounds fair to me. See? Should have never gave you niggas Wakanda. Try to tell them.
There's often been that sort of like, you know, narrative that like, oh, black stories don't sell, or like, you know, black faces don't sell. It proved out. It's like, what?
Yeah, you know, it's funny, Red Illusion. Red Skull low-key does have a little fan base, like, because once he came back in the Infinity Wars, like, Red Skull had aura. It's crazy. The nigga touched the Infinity Stone, got kicked to the other side of fucking the universe, and now he's just on a planet floating aura. That's what he does. And when people show up on a planet, he aura farms them. Like it's weird. Red Skull did low key kind of level up in a weird way.
What you said isn't true.
I bet you in this all black comic book, it's a bunch of gay niggas. I bet you a bunch of the superheroes comic. I bet you some of their superpowers are something gay. I don't even want to like imagine, because you know the boys did a great job of imagining that kind of thing. But I bet you a lot of their superpowers are just something weird and gay.
We don't need that veneer to, you know, tell a story that can have all of those elements to it, but really speak to things that are going on in our actual lives. That's where the best fiction exists. There's a context of being black in America that needs to exist within these stories. So
it's gonna be a white superhero. I mean, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a black superhero. He's gonna be like crazy OP like Superman, and he's gonna have a white girlfriend.
I think that's the real takeaway that I want people to have. We're not a monolith. Things like Black Panther, Watchmen, Lovecraft Country is like you're starting to see like the black person in all of our variations that have always existed. And I hope that, you know, we're able to bring a film to people where they're just going to want to see more of that.
Oh, he want to make a movie about this shit. Oh, it's gonna be trash. Unless they add Space Hitler, unless we get Infinity Adolf, it's gonna be trash. Unless they make it Age of Adolf Tron, it's gonna be trash, bro. That's the only way to sell it. You gotta have some kind of Adolf Tron like bad guy, some type of multiversal racist nigga. That's the only way to make this work. You got a world of all black superheroes and shit. The only thing they can fight is multiversal racism. That's it. You wrote yourselves into a corner, bro. I don't make the rules, man. This is how it is. You gotta come up with a theme that's big enough for a world where only black people have superpowers. Adolf Tron, bro. Infinity Race Wars. Oh shit. That's what it could be like Infinity Wars, but fighting racism. Some type of Thanos figure. My plan is to erase half of the Negro superhero population. Like you really gotta lean into it. Otherwise, y'all some punk ass niggas, man. And nobody gonna want to read this shit. That's probably why it never went nowhere. You took that 90 grand and ran. True Hype with the $2. He says, don't forget Storm and Black Panther are divorced. Yeah, I know. Storm and Black Panther, that's just unfortunate. It was never meant to be. They're just too different. You know, she was literally from the streets and he is literally royalty. I mean, when you think about it, it was a nice idea, you know. Aesthetically, I understand why people wanted it. You know, the images go real hard. Storm and Black Panther, Queen of Wakanda. The whole thing, like, it soothes, you know, some of your violent melanin. I understand that it did that for a lot of people. It really did soothe a lot of your violent melanin to imagine Storm and Black Panther working it out, but it just wasn't meant to be, bro. She's literally for the street. Like, she is of the streets. You know where she came from. You know where the professor found her? Found her on the streets, bro. She just can't be royalty. It's not gonna be that way, man. It's just not. He was supposed to go the Coming to America route, marry a princess that was already made for the life, you know, bark like a dog. He was supposed to marry that type of chick. He was supposed to do that. You know, he can't, you trying to get you a Storm. Well, this magical bitch who's do street magic. She makes storms in the ghetto. Always making it rain on the ghetto. No, you can't bring her back home. It's crazy. No, you wasn't doing right. You wasn't doing right. Your ancestors was upset with you for that. But anyway, I really do gotta run, man. I could sit up here and riff for another hour. But responsibilities, man. But thank y'all for watching the show. Hit that like button. Shout out to all the supporters. Shout out to the donators out there, man. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to the church members.
Come on, share your dollar. Give me your dollar. Share your dollar with me. Come on.
Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money. I need that money.
Thank y'all so much for watching. Hit that like button. I don't know. I think my hour is going to be a little weird tomorrow. I might take a day off tomorrow. I might go catch a fish or something. I don't know, man. But I will catch you guys on another time. You guys have fun. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.